Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Next technique of the analogy is detecting analogies. Detecting analogies are very fun questions in the bank exam papers. Questions on detecting analogies check the candidate on various aspects of awareness, vocabulary, general knowledge, reasoning and sometimes even aptitude. The candidate is given a group of words or letters or numbers and is asked to find out the rule that governs the given arrangement of numbers. The more the number of terms, the harder the question becomes. Here we have some table of contents. Let us go through one by one. Question based on vocabulary. Normally, we have 3 to 4 terms or objects, all connected by a given rule. The rule is unique and one question will have only one answer unless directed otherwise in the question. Here, we shall try and see some of these examples and try to get enough practice and familiarity with questions of such types. Let us see the example. Tripitakas Talmud, Agamas Kojiki. Here we have some options. Option A, these are the names of ancient civilizations. Option B, they are the names of tribes that lived in the Andamans around 5 CE. Option C, the above are the names of religious books. Option D, the terms are the names of Chinese kings that ruled around the time of Confucius. Answer is C. Well, Tripitakas are the religious scriptures of the Buddhist. The Talmud is the holy book of the Jews. Agamas is the name given to the holy book of Jains. And Kojiki is the name of the holy book of Shintoism. You must have noticed that if you were familiar with only one of the terms, you would easily be able to guess the analogy. However, it doesn't work always. You should always carefully study all the words and try to determine the analogy without looking at the options. Next, questions based on general awareness. Let us see the examples. Kazori Takehi, Guam Rail Kakapo. Some options here. Option A, these are focus places in Vietnam. Option B, they are focus places in South Korea. Option C, the above are the different species of marsupials. Option D, the terms above are the different species of flightless birds. Next, see the answers. The options are a little bizarre if you're not a passionate ornithologist. A person who studies birds. Ornithologist means a person who studies birds. How do you answer such questions? Well, try and look for the weak link in the question. By the weak link, we mean a word or one of the options that are given and you are familiar with. For example, Cassowary and Takahi sound like the names of animals rather than that of birds. Plus, Guam Rail is a bit of a star in the given collection. The Guam Rail is somewhat famous and is in fact the weak link in the question. However, this method, even if applicable, is not prescribed. The analogy questions will challenge your awareness as well as your vocabulary and other skills. Next, questions that have a weak link. For example, banded racer, sand boa, checkered keelback. Here we have some options. Option A, they are the various types of cats. There are various poisonous snakes found in India. The above are different names of a water snake. They are non-poisonous snakes. See the answer. So, where is the weak link? Those of you who have read a little biology will see the boa in one of the options. Boas are snakes. So, the options don't represent various types of cats. That doesn't solve anything. We still have 3 more options to go through. Well, a boa constrictor snake is a non-poisonous snake that chokes its prey. That leaves us with the option D as the correct option. Indeed, they are all just various non-poisonous snakes found in India. Notice the fact that even though we had only 3 options, the difficulty level was a bit easy as compared to the previous ones. Let us see another example for better understanding. Tomato, beans, cucumber, corn. Options. Option A, they are all vegetables. The above all are fruits. These are all roots. These must be modified parts of the stem. So, what was your answer? It seems simple. They are all vegetables, right? Well, not exactly. Technically, they are all fruits. So, the answer is B. They are all fruits. Next, sentence based questions. Sometimes the questions are a bit more descriptive. These kinds of questions provide a sentence that asks you to guess or determine the analogy between two given words, terms, or even scrambled words. Let us see a few examples here. Question is, cirrhosis is to the liver what meningitis is to dash. Here we have some options. Let's see the answer. Cirrhosis is a disease of the liver. Meningitis is a disease that affects the neurons in the body of the affected person. Hence, the answers to this question would be brain. Next example. Geology is a earth what entomology is to. Here we have some options. Let's see the answer. Geology is the study of the various processes that occur on and inside the surface of the earth. Similarly, entomology is the branch of biology that deals with the study of insects. Hence, the correct option here is C, insects. Next, number analogy. These type of questions are similar to the other analogies. Let us solve an example. 3131, 98,030 and 3. Let us see the answer. The detection of the rule here is a bit tedious. However, just follow a few simple trial steps. Try to find a square base, a square root based or a multiplier based rule. For example, in the above example we have 3131 whole square is equal to 98,03,161. Also 98,03,161 minus 3,131 is equal to 98,30. Therefore, the rule here is x square minus x. Hence, applying to the second side of the analogy, we have 3 square minus 3 is equal to 6. Therefore, the answer is A, 6. Next, here we have some practice questions. Just go through it. Next technique of the analogy is non-verbal analogy. Reasoning requires logical and intellectual skills as well as practice. One of the most important parts of this reasoning is the non-verbal analogy. It is important that you know the shortcuts and tricks so that you can solve these questions quickly because time is the most important factor. These tricks can help you solve questions in bank exams, government exams, and many other exams that have a time limit. Here we have some table of contents. First one is, what is a non-verbal analogy? When you compare two things, it becomes an analogy, and in the non-verbal analogy you can compare two similar figures and find the relationship between them. You can easily master this topic because unlike other questions, this one does not require any numerical skill. Also, you don't need to remember any formula while solving the question. Now I will help you with some of the solved questions. This will help you understand nonverbal analogy questions better. Later I will provide you with some of the new questions for practice. Rotation of the figures. In this type of nonverbal analogy questions, you need to establish a similarity between the first figures and then Apply the same rule to the other two figures and find the missing figure. If the question is based on rotation, then you need to determine how much do the figures in the question rotates in comparison each other. Once you have established the amount of rotation, then you need to check on the other two, that is one in the question and one out of the figures given in the answer, to check which is the correct figure. Here we have an example. Example is, which suitable figure will replace the question mark based on the figures given in a question. So let us answer it. In this question, we need to find the similarity between the first two figures. Looking at these two figures, you can see that figure B is rotated 180 degrees to the right of the figure A. The same logic applies to the other two figures. From the options, you can see that when you rotate figure C by 180 degrees, you will get the figure given in option 2. Then the correct answer is option 2. Next example, from the given figures, find the suitable figure that can replace the question mark. Here we have two figures. Figure A and B are vertically inverted to each other. In simple terms, when you see the figure A in the mirror, invertedly you will see a figure similarly to the one given in B. Applying the same logic, the figure in option 1 will be vertically inverted to the figure C. Thus, a correct answer is an option 1. Next example, establish the similar relationship between C and D as the one given in figure A and B. Here, either side of figure A is not shaded, whereas the left side of figure B is shaded black. Similarly, figure C is not at all shaded and the upper portion of figure D will be shaded. Then the correct answer here is figure 5. Here we have some practice questions. For better understanding, go through them. You will get the better idea in the exams. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.